Russ. I'm back out on the road again. Yeah. Well, actually, by the time you see this video, it'll be about a week after I recorded it. Yeah, I'm recording a couple videos in advance because, as you know, I'm heading out of town for a week or so. So I have these 3 rides already recorded for you guys. I'm back out on the wired cruiser. Yeah, wired cruiser. Yeah, I like this bike. This is really nice. Anyway, as I'm talking and doing this video, this is the day that I released the I was almost killed video, which would have been the previous Saturday. If you haven't seen that one, definitely take a look at that video. But I have a feeling a lot of you guys may have already seen it. What time is it right now? Let me check the watch here. So this thing says, yeah, it's like 10 to 9. Yeah, I have a different watch on. Sorry for reaching across there. I have a different watch on. I have a new review watch that came in. Yeah, it kind of looks like the second watch I did. Anyway, I'm evaluating that watch right now. So that review will come out probably on that Monday. So let's see, if you see this video on Saturday, so yeah, the coming Monday. So in a couple of days after you see this video, that watch review should come out. Anyway, as I'm recording this is about, what's it, little about 3 hours after that video came out where I fell and talked about how I fell off the e-trike. That video has already gathered close to 900 views in 3 hours, making it the fastest watched video on the Russ is Right channel. Now, this is not unexpected, okay? This was not unexpected. Because when you have a title like "This Thing Almost Killed Me," everybody's gonna watch this video. We already know that. I had debated about what to call the video, because I knew that if I said something like that, people will say, well, that's just clickbait. No, well, I guess it is in a sense if you think about it, but it's true though, right? It's not like I made up what happened. Yeah, I fell, and yeah, I was almost killed out in California. I mean, it's a potential of being killed. I mean, I didn't die, obviously. I did say almost. But yeah, I thought it was an important video to show people because, you know, even if you're an experienced e-bike rider or anything else that you're experienced in, there is always that potential of fall, right? All right, these guys have been collecting money for a while. Should I give them some money? I don't know what they're collecting for. Yeah, maybe on the way back. Can't do it right now, though. Morning. I'll probably do it on the way back. Right now, I'm kind of in the middle of a video. I can't do it. So anyway, yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that fall, a little bit beyond what that video told you, okay? And having talked to some people too, before seeing the video and then sending them the link to the video to get them an idea of what it really happened. I sent the, I mentioned the video, not the video, but I mentioned the fall to the CEO of Wired e-bikes when I went to pick up this bike, right? And I told him that, yeah, I fell off this e-trike. I was out in California. Could have rolled down the hill. I guess I forgot to tell him that I could have fell on top of some pipes as well. Because after he watched the video, he says, you didn't tell me about the pipes. Oh yeah, okay, sorry, forgot to tell you. And a lot of people too, after that, I didn't tell them about everything about the fall. Yeah, I gotta keep some mystery about the fall, right? I mean, if I told you I fell and I almost got jabbed by these pipes, that would kind of ruin the whole feel of it, right? Well, now I told you. Now, if you haven't seen the fall, now it's been ruined for you. Sorry. But I'm gonna guess you probably already saw it. All right. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Yeah, there were pipes sticking up out of the ground every, I don't know if it's every 2 feet, 2.5 feet. I don't know, whatever distance they put in there. But yeah, if I had moved forward a little bit more, I would have landed on one of those pipes. And that's not a good thing. I think that part of it was more scary than the potential fall down the hill. I mean, if I fell down the hill, I would have rolled down the hill, right? It's not like you fell off a cliff. Now, if you fell off a cliff, now that could be potentially bad. I got to tell you a homicide story. Some of you guys know the homicide story, but we'll talk about that in a second here. So, anyway, all right, let's take a look at this this speedometer thing that's tracking me here. Now, my bike says 22.3 miles an hour, and that speedometer says 22. So that tells me that the speedometer on the wired cruiser is accurate. I tend to trust those radar things than what's on the bikes, but no, this one's accurate. So yeah, when this thing took me to, what was it, 38.4, 38.5 miles per hour, something like that, on a steady state, probably was doing that then. And then when I hit the 40 miles per hour, I probably was doing that. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, let me tell you the homicide story. I told this before, but there are a lot of new people, so let's tell you that. For those who don't know, in my past, I've had a varied past. I used to work as an evidence technician, investigative technician, out in San Diego. Worked with San Diego Police Department, Chula Vista Police Department, and also San Diego District Attorney's Office, where I was an investigative technician. So part of our jobs, of course, is to go to the crime scenes, collect evidence, photograph evidence, collect, preserve, and do all that stuff to physical evidence, okay? So on my very first call out to go to what could have been a potential homicide, we'll talk about why that was. There was a guy, and I was still interning for San Diego PD at that point. There was a guy who was trying to burglarize a mobile home in a mobile home park. And so he got in there, he's rummaging around, but he doesn't realize that the guy who owns a mobile home is actually sleeping in the back, right? So that guy wakes up and he sees this guy rummaging through his home. So he grabs his .22 rifle, aims it at the guy and starts shooting, okay? So of course the guy starts running out of there. He doesn't want to get shot. So as he's running out, the gun jams. And the owner says, "Oh, the gun jammed." So upon hearing that, the burglar goes back in again, starts to take some more stuff out of there. Man, that guy was really brazen, huh? He wants to take more stuff out of there. Well, in the meantime, the owner unjams the gun, and starts shooting at him again. So the guy, of course, turns around, starts running out of there again, okay? Well, he gets hit. But here's the question: was the owner justified in shooting if the guy's running away? Yeah, see, technically it's still a homicide if he dies from that gunshot wound, right? The question is now does the owner of the home get charged? Because the threat is actually diminishing or gone at that point. Does he get charged because the guy's running away? Okay. So our job was to, see if we can find bullet casings, find different pieces of evidence that might support or refute the fact that this guy was in fear of his life and shooting, or whether he just wanted to continue to keep shooting even though the threat was going away, right? But here's another twist to the story. See, there's always a twist to the story, just like my fall. There was a twist. If you didn't finish watching all of that video of that fall, you didn't see all of the story, okay? If you just watched the beginning of the fall and turned it off, you missed a good chunk of the story. So you got to watch the whole thing. So anyways, here's the twist to this story. as he's running away, he's looking for ways to get out, right? And he sees this fence. He decides, I gotta hop this fence to get away from this guy shooting at me. Well, he doesn't realize that if you hop the fence, there's a 200-foot cliff. There's a 200-foot cliff. He falls down the cliff. Falls down, well, I guess he didn't fall down a cliff, he fell off the cliff. Falls 200 feet. Ambulance gets there. Guy's still alive. That to me in itself was amazing. He's still alive. Eventually he dies. Okay. So during the autopsy they have to determine, what did he die of? Did he die from the gunshot wound, or did he die from the fall? What really killed him, right? Yeah, but it kind of reminded me of that. Because yeah, you know, falling off a cliff, rolling down a hill, kind of similar. Alright, we are back on Plum Grove Road here. Well, that's okay, we're on the Wired. The Wired has some power, we can do this. Let's head down this way. So anyway, alright, let's open this up. Let's see what this can really do. I don't know if I actually showed you guys the full power of the battery. I know we're going faster than the speed limit, but we're just testing right now. 36.8, 38.4, 38.5, 38.9, 39, 39.8. Come on, can we hit 40? Oh man, 39.8. Alright, 39.8. We're gonna go back down to speed limit. I don't want to be breaking the law that much. It's only a 30-mile-an-hour zone. Well, at least they had to put it on video to let you see it at least once, right? Because we never really did show you the speed. Now, here's an interesting thing. Alright, I'm gonna get off this whole homicide thing now. Here's an interesting thing. This morning I was watching another video. Somebody was doing a test of his wired cruiser. I don't know, did he have two wired cruisers? I think he had two wired bikes. And maybe he had a Freedom too, I don't know what he had. And then he had a Himiway that was modified by the front motor option that Citizen Cycle sells. He wanted to see which bike was going to beat what, alright? Yeah, so I wanted to see that. So I watched the video. And yeah, the Himiway Cruiser was faster. Now, of course, he's kind of drag racing with his friend, trying to find out who's gonna beat who. I don't really recommend doing that kind of stuff, but that's what he did, and I watched it. He found that the Himiway Cruiser with the modified thing was a little quicker, but here's the twist to it all. He switched bikes. It's a little windy out here. Sorry if it sounds loud, a little noisy. He switched bike with his friend. His friend was 20 pounds lighter than him. Then all of a sudden, his friend pulls out faster, right? So, essentially, what he determined was that the weight of 20 pounds difference made more difference than the actual bike's ability based on motors and things like that. I mean, every time he rode, compared to his friend, who was 20 pounds lighter than him, the friend always won, no matter what the bike was. So I think he came to the conclusion that the weight played more of a difference than the motor options that he had on the bikes. Amazing. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up too, and why it took an interest for me, is the fact that you know, I had lost 47 pounds already. I mean, what would this cruiser really do if I was 47 pounds heavier? I don't think I would be getting the speeds that we just saw. Yeah, I think it would have held me back. So there you go. The lighter in weight you are, the more speed you get out of your bike. I mean, you could probably pretty much say too that your range is going to improve too. Let's turn here. I'm going to head back. It's going to start raining on me pretty soon. I just wanted to get out here for a quick ride before that happened, but looking at the way things are right now, I've got to start heading back. I think it's going to start raining on me. It's pretty dark out here. I will probably brighten up the video a little bit for you guys so that you can see it brighter, but it is pretty dark out here right now. So yeah, that was an interesting test. Yeah, I don't approve of people drag racing. I mean, they were testing, okay, just like I was doing a test. But yeah, don't do that always. You know, even like for me on this thing with the cruiser, I don't intend to ride like that all the time. I only did it so that you guys can see what the top speed was. All right, where am I? Where am I? All right, anyway, hopefully it doesn't rain on me before I get back. I'll keep you with me for a while. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, making it the fastest watched video I've had. Now, the #1 video still remains, and probably will always remain for a while, will be the what I call my senior video, where I talk about, you know, if you're 60 and you want to buy an e-bike. Remember that one? A lot of you guys came to the Russ is Right channel because of that. Yeah, that's at 1.3 million views right now. Every week it is the #1 video. All right, I gotta really take a left, but I don't want to take a left out of this. I think what I'll do is I'll take a right and then look for a light and then I'll turn left. I think that's my safest bet. This is Northwest Highway again, and as you guys know, I don't like being on Northwest Highway if I can avoid it. But again, we have a little more powerful bike. I can compete with the cars if I need to on this. This is the whole reason I see this bike being kind of worthwhile for me. I don't plan to do it all the time, but when I need the power, I know I have the power. So let's see, where can we go here? All right, we're gonna have to go to the left side, but I'm gonna stay on this right lane for a little bit until I get to that light. Let's get over to the left lane. We're gonna get into the left turn lane. Now the thing is, a lot of people would feel it's kind of funny to see a bike on a turn lane because that's not normal. But we're talking e-bikes here. We have certain abilities here. So I'm just gonna put my arm here so people who come up know I'm gonna be taking this left. And why I'm out here. I'm not gonna stick it out there forever. This is where I think if you had turn signals, you could be blinking the turn signal, let the guy behind you know, right? Where you just kind of stopped and used the turn signal. But normally people are not going to be looking for a turn signal on a bike, so don't rely only on that. I mean, you have to also you also have to rely on your arm and your hand signals. See, I couldn't trigger this turn because we got an aluminum bike. It's usually metal that triggers these magnetic sensors, and people say if you lay your bike down it triggers it, but this is an aluminum is not magnetic. I'm gonna have to wait until this guy turns here. It's kind of going slow. All right, we're through. Man, I think I was going faster than the guy that was in front of me when he's doing this turn. We're gonna have to do another turn. Anyway, that's really all I have for you guys for today. I just wanted to make sure I got out one more time before I head out on my trip. So the next video after this will probably be the watch video on Monday. So we will resume the Anything Goes Monday video with that watch video. I've got to get in the left. I'm gonna let this guy behind me move forward. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to cross the street and I'm going to wait for the light. I think that's probably the safest thing to do, because this is Palatine Road, which is a very fast road. I don't want to be standing out there. But yeah, watch on that Monday. We'll do a watch review. Hopefully I can get to it before that Monday. The watch came in on a Friday and I just don't have enough time to do it before I leave. I'm just going to go over here. We'll make the turn with the rest of the cars. So anyway, watch that video, and I appreciate you guys watching all the videos up to this point. If you haven't seen the fall video, you want to watch that one. That is something to see for sure. All right, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Talk to you guys next time.